What is going on, everybody? This is JockDock, and I'm gonna try a little something different. I'm gonna try to give you a capsulated version of these games, unless they're really like classic deals. We have Georgia facing off against my team, Florida. Georgia's 3-5, and my team is 3-4. And let's quickly look at the results, or not the results rather, but the tail of the tape, I guess you could say. We got Georgia turnover diff of +5. That's pretty respectable. That's very good. So my guys have lost 3 in a row. Tough year. Tough year. We have no injuries, so that's a good thing. Attendance is still pretty good. So is Georgia's. But they've lost their wide receiver, Gators, for 5 weeks. And that stinks for them. It's a sad thing. Yeah, it really is. Feel bad for them. But that's how things go. That's football for you, isn't it? And that's how our year has gone. It has been streaky. We have lost against 3, count them 3, nationally ranked teams. But we got to do something against Georgia. We got to make a statement. We got to come back. We got to do it today. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how the results go. All right. So we are going to look at the highlights and the stats of this big boy right here. Look at that score. 52-17, Florida over Georgia. Wow. So the boys did not want to go further down in the charts, so to speak. But here's a rundown. All right. We are going to look at some of the highlights. You see, things just kept blowing up for Florida as the game went on. Pretty cool if you're a Florida fan. I got a sack, 44-yard field goal started things off. Interception coming up here. Try to loft this one over 2 defenders. You know that wasn't going to work. And Smith came down with it. Excellent play. Who the man in orange, blue, and white. And nice little play. Williams to Collins for 20 yards. And Collins has turned out to be a pretty consistent receiver. Didn't see that coming. Makes a sideline catch. And he makes all the catches just about. There's not too many holes in his game. So one of the, if not the best receiver, he's one of the best receivers on the squad. So it went 6-0 Florida in the first quarter. In the second quarter, things kept going. Haynes got intercepted by Blair. And at all time in the world, he was not accosted and just made a poor pass, deep in the end zone, and got picked off. And Florida came right back with some big plays. Williams, little dump off. But look at him go. Look at Walters. That's his game. Speed. And he's got a good amount of it. He's not as fast, I think, as past runners for us, but he does pretty good. And Haynes connected to Smith for 32 big ones for Georgia. He just mistimed that jump. Could have deflected it away. Sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't. And the next play, it was Haynes to Watson. Haynes made some good throws. Nice catch by Watson. Gets in there. And we look at this again. See if he actually got in. Did his knee touchdown or what before the ball crossed the plane? And no, it's legitimate. Refs knew what they were talking about. So Georgia came on and got their first touchdown of the game. Good for them. And then another big play for Florida. Offense was doing pretty good. Deep throw. See, just about all of the receivers can go deep. That was Jacobs for 41 yards. And ended up having a field goal at the end of that. Beach comes through again. Oh, man, missed the play there. Oh, well. But Lopez kicked the field goal for Georgia. Ended the TD drive. Williams back to pass. Looking great pocket to throw from. Finds the man in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. And that was Jacobs. But let's rewind. Let's look at something here. I don't remember seeing this very often at all as far as the receivers go. Watch this. Watch where Jacobs runs his entire route. Okay, he's in the end zone. He's waving. He said, hey, and look, he goes out of bounds. And not only does he go out of bounds, he's got one buddy on his left side who also ran out. And look at this. Hey, those are 3 Florida receivers who ran out of the back of the end zone. Jacobs ends up making the catch for a touchdown. But I think they're really bending the heck out of the rules there. As any of the football people out there know, you run out of bounds, you can't be the first guy to touch the ball. That's a penalty. But you know what? Let's just keep that under our hats. Here's an interception coming up here. Some good defensive plays happening for Georgia. Got picked off. Tried to get it to Collins. Trying to go to the well one time too many, I guess you could say. Hills made that great play. And here comes Georgia. Nice pass. Found a hole in the zone. And that was Sanders. 21 yards. And they ended it with a touchdown. Watch this. Haynes back to pass. Throws. Made it look easy. Just find a hole in the defense. Let that O-line keep you upright. And you're good to go. And so, Florida comes back and says, hey, hold my beer. And watch this. Look at that run. When you get him in the open field, he can hold his own. Heck of a job by Walters. And let's rewind this and see why this was so successful. It wasn't just his speed. I mean, he give him his due. But watch the blocking that these guys provide on this defense. Are you watching? Are you looking? Watch this. Play fake, of course, to Clayton. Slows the linebackers down. Look at that. Look at that room. All that room. Look at the blocking. Look at those blocks. I'm almost perfect blocking. Fantastic stuff. And look at that. I don't know who that is. On this Keller or whoever that is on that left side. Takes out 2 guys. Slows up 2 guys. That helps him get the necessary yardage that he needs. 56 yards for Walters. Longest run of the year for him so far. As we look here, a 29-yard run by Mr. Walters. Had a huge day. It was a large part because of him why they won believe he scored 4 touchdowns. I think that's correct. And I mean, the running game really came on. And some good plays for Georgia. Got the ball back. Had to punt. And look at this. 76-yard TD. Right up the middle. Well, a little right of center, but hey, who cares? All we know is 76 yards was covered by that man, Mr. Walters. Right up the middle. Nice blocking at the point of attack. And at that point, you have to figure Georgia's back was just pretty much broken at that point. 2 sacks in a row on Haynes. Here's the second of the 2. Look out. Somebody get some barbecue because them ribs got burned. All right, so that puts the end to that particular drive. And we have another TD. How about that? Another Florida touchdown. And Williams throws. Nice job. And that is Keller, number 85, who is probably the fastest guy on the squad. But he makes a lot of short catches. Haynes gets intercepted here on the following drive, and just loads of picks. I believe he threw 6, if I remember correctly. Just terrible day for him. Great day for Walters as he scores again out of the eye, and it was just like mowing the grass. There was nobody there. Wide open. Touchdown, Florida Gators. Extra point was good, of course. And let's see what else happened here in this quarter. Let's see. No, that was it. And let's look at the team stats. Look at that. Williams nearly had 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, an interception, only 1 sack. That is terrific stuff. You'll win a lot of games like that. Walters 213 yards, 4 touchdowns, and had all kinds of long runs. Just magnificent. And that was more like the old Georgia football that the school's known for. Williams 7 for 38. And Marcus Long got a good tight end there. Marcus Long, 6 catches, 89 yards. Collins 6 for 76. Walters chipped in 3 catches for 37 yards, including that long 24 one. That was really nice. Keller 3 for 15 in the score. Jacobs 3 for 67 yards in the score. And Larson got in a couple for 8 yards. And not much going on in that front. A lot of stuff going on for Mr. Allen. The guy is fantastic. One of my best players easily. Only registered 2 sacks between Bell and Marlon Moore. Only 2 sacks. So we only picked off 3, but it seemed like many more. Blair, Smith, and White. Fine jobs by those guys. And Chris Blair had 2 deflections. Greg Smith tipped one away as well. Nice defensive game. That was a long time coming. And Beach, dude is one of the best. He's rated only 81, but he's one of the best kickers in the entire nation. He's up for the Groza, or one of the guys who was in the running for the Groza Award. Firstly here, we got Haynes, nearly 250 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, but got picked off 3 times, as we mentioned before. Green nearly had 100 yards, but he had to kind of work a little harder than normal for it. Craig chipped in 23 yards. Dickerson chipped in Craig rather, freshman. And keep that in mind, because once Green leaves, then it's probably going to be his spot. And on the receiving front, got Steven Smith, 6 catches, 95 yards, and a score. There's Sanders, 6 for 57. Green chipped in 2 for 6. Hudson chipped in a couple as well for 24 yards. Junior tight end Watson scored on one of his 2 catches. And Danny Bill, and you see the rest of that. James Tucker got a pancake. Good eating. Hope he had syrup. And let's see, I believe it's Sonny Bryant who led them in tackles with 10 total. Good day for him. And you want your linebackers to lead in the tackling. You sure don't want your DBs, because if your DBs are leading in tackles, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the defense. One of the guys in the front 7 needs to be doing it. Most definitely, you don't want your cornerbacks, and I've seen that a few times. You don't want your corners to be leading the team in sacks. It was 8, 9, 10. That's not good, to say the least. See those deflections there. 4 deflections, and let's see, no fumbles. Chris Lopez is a senior. That's a shame he's not any better than he is. Didn't see that before, or didn't really pay attention to that before. Hadley has at least some room to grow, I would assume. He's only a freshman. And you see the rest of the stats, and let's look at this again, or rather quickly. See the total offense, the rushes, 254 yards rushing for the Gators, 111 for the Bulldogs. And if we look at the third downs, neither one of them great, really, but fourth downs start to tell a little bit of something. Not much, but a little bit. And it was just a phenomenal day for Florida. They really just kicked it into gear. And maybe this will provide momentum for the rest of the year. We'll see. Got a lot of young kids on our defense, offense, all over the place. Pretty young, but very determined. And let's see what the rest of the season provides for these young Gators. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like button, subscribe even, and hang in with me as I try to improve these videos. God bless. Peace.